Hi, y'all. I am just like hoping you understand that this Mike and I are not friends. Um, Welcome to another edition of What I Got, Where I Got It, and Why. This one, or this video is post book buying ban. The first thing I did, or the first store that I went into when I really realized I was okay buying books again, we moved, we settled. I realized how much space I had. I realized didn't care how much space I have. I went to the Last Chapter in Chicago, which is a romance only bookstore here. You can go to it. Absolutely go over there. And the first four books I'm going to show you are ones that when I went through, I picked up and said, yes, this is one that I want. This is one that I want to add to my collection. And then I literally just turned to the staff member who was there and said, what do I need? I don't know if that was the right decision because I got 6 more books, 10 altogether. The first one is Act Your Age, Eve Brown by Talia Hibbert. She's just I haven't even read this series yet. She's, I think, just going to be one of my must-buy authors, Talia Hibbert, because I love The Princess Trap so much. And I've heard that all the other books that she's written are of that caliber or better. So Act Your Age, Eve Brown, just that went right into my cart, right into my basket. Might have just been in my hand. I literally might have just been holding these books. As I was wandering, I found Collide, which, like I don't always like high school, but I remember looking at number one, this cover, and number two, the blurb, and going, sure, why not? I'm in a hockey phase, as you will see later. And I'm looking for authors that I haven't read before. So this is an author who is new to me. Bal Khabra, I have not read anything by them, and this might be their first book. I don't think so. It might be, because it just has a playlist in here, y'all. So I remember seeing this and going, yeah, that's what I want. Also, really, again, trying to diversify my shelves intentionally with BIPOC and also queer authors, and queer stories. So then I got Plucking Wild, which I haven't read yet. I don't even have Pucking Around. They didn't have Pucking Around. I just bought this because Pucking Around is my favorite hockey book of all time. It is my favorite hockey romance. Sorry, it just is. I love it so much. Emily Rath, I am secretly in love with you. Not so secretly because I say it. And so I bought the second one so that I have a copy. And so some of these books are available on Kindle Unlimited. I'll start to note when they are, but the way that I justify this to myself is if those books disappeared from Kindle Unlimited, which I do have, I use that subscription, I would be really sad not to have access to them. And so that is why I bought Pucking Wild. The next one is The Worst Best Man. I've heard mixed things about this book, quite honestly, but I like the idea of this. I think it's fun. I think it's cute. It looks like a book that I would enjoy. Also, I'm always going to be a sucker for some pink. And yeah, I said I want to give this one a try when presented with the opportunity to see it in a bookstore. All right, so those are the 4 that I grabbed. And then these were the ones that were recommended to me. I'm going to sneak one out first. I know I've been going in alphabetical order by author's last name. I don't know why, y'all. I just decided to break my own system. But the first one I did get was Mile High because Liz Tomforde was at Wild and Windy 6, and I got it signed and some extra book plates, which, yeah. So there we go. Signed edition now. And I didn't have it, so I thought, might as well get the first one because I enjoyed it. But she thick girl. This is a thick, hefty book. Hefty book. That's my little sneakeroo. Okay, back to the alphabetical. So this is The Prospects, and I don't know why. I've heard that this is more YA feeling than it is, and I'm not interested in YA, but it is adult. It is adult. It is a trans player in professional baseball. So I want to read that story, but I heard that the feeling of it is more YA. So I'm a little bit nervous. If you've read this, let me know. Does it feel YA or does it feel adult? But I want those stories on my shelves. Accidentally in Love. I tried Accidental Pinup, and I couldn't get into it. I don't know if it was just like who I was at that moment, but I was told that the person at last chapter liked this one better. It's also a different kind of story, so she suggested I give this one a try. And I've almost bought accidental pinup for the cover alone, and this one does not disappoint at all. So Danielle Jackson, I'm giving you a try with this one. Next. Okay, this is where I think she saw into my soul. So Seventh Circle by Tate James is a werewolf. This is how she sold it to me. Werewolf Hades and Persephone retelling. I literally needed nothing more than that. And then I just took the book and put it in my arms and held on to it. This one was another one. Serpentine Valentine by Giana Darling. Now, Giana Darling was at Wild and Windy. I did not see her. That is not Wild and Windy's fault. I was tired. I went home. I'll get into that in a different video. But I have this book and I didn't get it signed. It's okay. If we're meant to be, we're meant to be. I'll see her again. I haven't read it yet, so I don't feel super bad about it. Serpentine Valentine was presented to me as a Sapphic Medusa retelling. That's all I needed. Sapphic Medusa retelling. Now, this last one is a hardcover book. And y'all know how I feel about a hardcover book. They're not my favorite to read. They look pretty on a shelf, but they don't fit my lifestyle. I'm very hard on books. But I was told that this book was phenomenal. It's a debut author, and I really do want to support debut authors, people coming out with new stories. So I bought this. See if I switch it out for a paperback later. Maybe I'll do a giveaway. It is The Only Black Girl in the Room by Alex Travis. And honestly, the title doesn't make you feel like it's going to be a rom-com, but apparently it is. Apparently it's phenomenal. And I want to support this author. So if you've read this book, let me know if you liked it. Let me know what I need to look out for, and maybe we'll buddy read together. So those are the books that I got at the last chapter in Chicago. And if you've read them, let me know. If not, follow along until I read them when they get on my TBR eventually. And yeah, we're not quite done with my acquisitions.